The first time I had to onboard a batch of new starters, I did it the hard way. Created each user manually, one by one, then I found PowerShell. You can do all of that in about 30 seconds. One script, any number of users, same result every time. If you're heading into an IT role, this is the skill that separates the people who scale from the ones who stay busy. This is episode 2 of the Home Lab series. We're automating Active Directory. Let's go. Look, the GUI is fine for one-offs. One new user, one password reset, click away. But the moment you do anything at scale, the GUI becomes a problem. One script and you can create 100 users from a CSV, find every stale account in a domain, apply a GPO across multiple OUs, you can pull a replication health script, and everything you write is repeatable, documented, reviewable. In a real environment, that's the difference between a good day and a long one. Before we write anything, a quick history. Because the version you're on matters more than you think. PowerShell 1, 2006. Microsoft finally gave sysadmins a real shell. CMD wasn't cutting it. Version 2, 2009. Remoting. Push commands to hundreds of computers from your desk. No site visits, no RDP, just commands. Version 3 and 4, 2012, 2013. PowerShell ISE, a usable IDE. That's when it became a serious tool. Version 5.1, 2016. It was baked into every copy of Windows Server. It's still maintained. That's what is running on your DC right now. Then 2018, PowerShell 7. It's open source, cross-platform. It even runs on Linux, the future, or so they say. Here's the thing though. Microsoft now ships 2 versions of PowerShell. Windows PowerShell 5.1, which is built into Windows Server. It ships with every install. That's what we're using. And PowerShell 7, the new cross-platform version. For AD work, stick with 5.1. The Active Directory module was built for it. If you open PowerShell 7 and hit module errors, now you know why. 4 things before we get into it. Step 1, execution policy. Run that once right now before anything else. This is what tells Windows it's allowed to run local scripts. Skip this and every PowerShell script will be blocked. So on a fresh server 2022 install, these are the first 2 things I normally do before anything else. We'll rename it to DC01. I'll put the commands on screen and I'll leave a link in the description to my GitHub. The server reboots, we'll log back in. Now set the static IP. We're setting a static IP of 192.168.10.10 and we'll point the DNS to itself. Quick addition on the static IP. Only set one if you're using the same IP range as your local network, or if you've already configured a dedicated VLAN on your firewall for this lab. If you haven't done either of those things, keep it simple. Just leave it on DHCP for now. VLANs are a whole separate topic. I might do a dedicated video on that soon, but for this video, if you're not sure, don't touch it. Alright, next we'll install the roles. Install Windows feature, AD domain, services, DNS, include management tools. That'll install the role and the management tools. Then promote the server to a domain controller. Install ADDS Forest with your domain name. Server reboots, done. All 5 scripts are on GitHub, link in the description. Change the domain variable at the top. Swap lab.local for your domain. That's the only thing you need to touch. Script 1, the building blocks. OUs, users, groups. Everything you do by right-clicking in the ADUC. Now in a single run. Section 1, create your OUs, IT and workstations. Notice the check at the top. If it already exists, it skips it. Run the script 10 times. Nothing gets duplicated. Section 2, a new user. Bruce Wayne. Every field the wizard asks for, it's just a parameter. Section 3, a global security group. IT-admins. Section 4 adds Bruce Wayne to the group. Watch the output. Green output means it's been created. Yellow means it already exists, so it's skipped. 2 seconds to read a full run. That's the point. Script 2, group policy. 3 commands. Create the policy object. Link it to an OU. Configure the settings. The example set to desktop wallpaper for the IT OU. Simple setting, but the pattern is the same for anything you'd configure in the GPMC. Alright, look at the bonus section in the bottom. It's all commented out, ready to go. Block USB drives, disable control panel, lock screen timeout. Just uncomment what you need and have a play around. Script 3, the one you run after everything else. gpupdate force pushes policy immediately. No waiting for the next cycle. -HTML report. It'll open in the browser. This report is how you debug. Why isn't my GPO applying? Every IT admin hits a wall at that point. The script also runs repadmin show replication health check. If AD is behaving weirdly across machines, DNS, time skew, replication lag, those three things cover 90% of AD problems. Script 4, read only. Safe to run anywhere, anytime. These are the commands you'll run every day. Find a user by partial name, unlock an account, flag accounts that haven't logged in for 90 days, find empty groups. They will come up in interviews, and they come up on day one. That's the full toolkit. OUs, users, groups, GPOs, verification, day-to-day queries. 5 scripts on my GitHub. The link's in the description. Just change the domain variable, run them in order. EP3 is group policy deep dive, because once AD is running, the next thing that breaks is the GPO. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Drop your questions in the comments, especially if you hit PowerShell version issues. And if something broke, follow along. I'm Trev. I broke it, fixed it. I'll see you in EP3.